folks, Dan Frio here with your real estate update for December 19th, 2023. So today we really don't have much economic news out. The only thing that came out was building permits, and I'm going to go over that in a minute. So because of that, I really want to take a little bit more of a deeper dive into 2024. We're going to talk about, where I expect interest rates to be, how that can affect your payments. And then one other piece is I really don't like to really dissect or really try to talk about home prices. But what we want to look at a little bit more in depth is how many houses are being built. Okay. And the reason why we really want to pay strict attention to that and where they're being built is the more and more houses that are coming to market makes it a little bit easier on you guys if you're out there looking to buy your first house. Let's look at it this way. If you want to buy a piece of corn, let's say you want to buy some corn for Christmas, and you're in an area like Chicago, where corn prices in December are really high, okay, because there's not that much of it, all right? But, so it might cost me $2 an ear to, have corn at Christmas time. But in the summer, I can buy 10 ears of corn for $1, okay? Why? Because there's a glut of corn in the summer. And in the winter, we don't have much corn here, so they jack up the prices. If you really want corn, you're going to have to pay for it. Look at it with housing. So what we want to focus in on is how many units are coming to the market, and is it enough to really stabilize prices, or maybe even enough to bring the prices down? That's what we're going to take a deep dive into here shortly. So without further ado, if you're new to my channel, my name is Dan Frio. I'm a mortgage advisor licensed in all 50 states. I would love to help you if you're in this situation. You've locked in and rates plummeted. What do? Are you stuck? You're not stuck. Okay. And if you're out there and you're like, hey, Dan, I'd like to kick the tires to see if I can qualify for a home, based on my credit and my income and the little bit of money I have as a down payment. Can you help me? I'm going to give you all my information at the end of the video. So if your answer to any of those was, yeah, Dan, I need some help, I'd love to help you. So that's what we're going to do at the end of this video. But without further ado, let's get to it. Right, what you're seeing right here is the top 6 programs people use when they're buying their first house. Okay, these aren't not my rates. These are no individual bank's rates. What it is Mortgage News Daily, right there at the top. They do a fantastic job at this. They survey lenders all over the country, and they ask them this. If you have somebody buying their first house, it was a primary home, and it was a single family home, those 3 criterias, and then they had a 740 credit score, and they're putting down 20%. What would their rate be? Well, that's what the rate would be. If you're not in there, let's say you don't have that higher credit score, you're not putting that much more money down, what would you qualify for? At the end of this video, I'll give you my information so you can reach out to me and we can dissect that and figure it out for you, okay? So without further ado, let's get to the economic news for the day so I can show you guys there's really nothing out other than building permits. You can see building permits, last reading or the last report came in, there was 1.499 or 49 million units being produced. Under permits. They expected the forecast to go down to 1.47. It actually dropped a little bit worse than that at 1.46. This is the scary part, because if we don't have more supply, we're never going to have a pullback in prices, okay? Just like I explained on the corn thing. But without further ado, let's get over to the headlines so we can take that little bit deeper dive into 2024. So the first thing we want to look at is right here. Mortgage rates are dropping. Here's what to expect in 2024 if you want to buy a house. Experts are saying. So they come down through here and they say after a full year of record high interest rates and home prices, experts are saying signs of improvement are coming out. Mortgage rates are starting to drop. They're below 7% now, which is fantastic. Never thought I'd see that. And decline in dispute. Basically, they're just saying it might be a better time to buy a house. We don't know. They don't even know where you live. So let's take a deeper dive into where you live, what home prices have been doing, and then let's see how many units are going to be produced in the next year or so to see if your market's going to be scarce of homes, or maybe it's going to have a glut of homes that you can sit on the sidelines and wait for that glut of homes to come to the market. So the first thing we want to see here is what have the states done so far this year in regards to home prices? Have they crashed? What have they done? Well, the most legit data we have right now brings us through Q2 of 2023. You're going to see right through here. And this website is from Statistica, okay? What you're seeing here is all 50 states and what happened to the prices of these homes in these states. But again, we look at the states, but what's your neighborhood doing? Let's say you live in Maine, and Maine's up 7.5% throughout the middle of this year. But you're like, Dan, my house prices are basically stagnant. Okay, so that's why I want you guys to understand it is really microscoped onto your area that you're looking to buy. But in general, a lot of people saying the markets are going to crash and this is going to happen. So that's why I want you guys to understand this. So you go through here. You have Maine so far at the top of the heat. It's up 7.5%. But look at the states. You can see +7, +6, +5. It goes down to +4. Look at all these states with positive numbers. Okay, that's a lot of states. Okay, so now you start getting into the negatives, and that's it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 states out of 50 that are down in value, and everybody's been telling you the housing market's going to crash. And now I know. Now they're saying 2024. Whatever. So let's get over to now how many units are being produced. Now here's the tricky part. As of September 2023, this is telling us how many units and what kind of units are being produced. If you really take a deep dive in there, here it tells you what regions are doing what and so forth, like Northeast, Midwest, South, West, and so forth. But in today's video, I want to discuss the kind of units being built, and here's the tricky part. You see through here, September of 2023, number of units being built, 1.6 million. Okay, the breakdown of that is it's changing its dynamics. It's going from single family homes, you see right here, to multi-units. What that means basically is more and more builders are saying people aren't going to buy houses to live in anymore. They need houses or places to basically live in, and they're satisfied renting. So we're going to build more and more multi-unit commercial buildings for these people. So that means the inventory isn't going to go up as much as we were hoping. I was hoping too to stagnate these price increases. But when you're starting to build more and more rental units, 5 units plus, which are considered commercial units, not good for our economy when it comes to housing. And you can see single family homes right here are down 15% year over year. So that's the scary part right there. And I just wanted to explain to you guys, what's going on with rates, what's going on with the prices, and how do you really focus in on that is you want to focus in on how many homes are being built in your area to see if there's going to be more of a supply coming to market or if there's just no supply out there. Because if there's no supply, house prices aren't going to drop. Okay, that's just the basics behind this. So with the minimal economic news we have today, what's going on with bond prices? So I switched this around a little bit to give you guys a little more context of what we have right over here. That we have a little bit more deep dive into the economic numbers when you go to MBS Live. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is the website I use. I'm a mortgage advisor licensed in all 50 states, like I said. I really want to know all the economic data coming out each day in detail and what that's going to do to basically mortgage rates. So that's what I follow. I follow this channel. You don't have to subscribe to it. If you're a mortgage advisor, I'd highly suggest you would. But if you're just a consumer out there or a realtor out there, just follow me every day. Watch about 5 minutes and you're going to learn enough to educate yourself on what's going on with real estate. So we pay attention on this channel is right here. Well, let me go over here, right here, the MBS market. What is the MBS market? Well, if you're new to this channel, basically how you follow mortgage rates is you follow the mortgage bond trading on Wall Street. I bet you guys, most of you guys probably thought, well, the Federal Reserve controls mortgage rates. They don't. What happens is mortgage bonds do, okay? The mortgage bond we follow is the MBS. It's called mortgage-backed securities. All you need to know is this, and I'll explain a little bit more tomorrow. I'll go into a deep dive on how bond yields and all that work for you geeks out there. But all you need to know is right here. This is what's going on with the price of the bond. So this is the price of the bond. If you squint over here, you're going to see right here. Okay, it's up 8 ticks. You might see that change while we're online. With this, all you need to know is this. In any bond, it doesn't matter if it's a Treasury bond, a corporate bond, or a mortgage-backed security bond. If the price goes up, if the price of that bond goes up, the yield or the interest rate, or in this case, the mortgage rate comes down. Okay, we had a huge run in the market last week. We saw the biggest decline in mortgage rates in the history that they've been following mortgage rates. So it's not the lowest or the highest that interest rates hit, it's the duration of time it took. And the Federal Reserve came out on Wednesday, basically opened their hand saying, we're gonna cut rates 3 times next year. And what did I tell you guys? I said, what's gonna happen as soon as they reveal their cards, you're gonna have the stock market just skyrocket, which within minutes it went up 500 points, as I called. And you're going to have mortgage rates plummet. And they dropped about 0.5% in 48 hours. Again, we called that one. So that's what's going on with interest rates, and that's what's going on right now. So a little bit about me. Who am I? What do I do? Like I said, I'm a mortgage advisor licensed in all 50 states. What I want you guys to understand is if you're locked in right now at your bank and you're closing, in the next 30 days or so, please call them back and say, what can you do for me? Can you help me get a lower rate? If they tell you no, okay, you're stuck in, you're locked in, please reach out to us. We'd love to help you. How do you do that? Well, here's why I want you to do it. Why? I work at a federal bank, meaning I hold a federal license. I'm licensed in all 50 states. Okay, but we're also one of the country's largest mortgage brokers. So I can analyze your scenario with up to 60, I think right now it's about 63 different lenders in the country. These are top lenders in the mortgage field, banking field, and credit union. What we're gonna do is take your data, we're gonna analyze it. Can we get you a lower rate? Can we get you lower fees? Can we get you lower rate and lower fees? And that's what we're usually doing for most of our borrowers. And I'm gonna have a video coming out here shortly to show you the average borrower that we help, how much we save, and you'd be astounded by those numbers. So what do? Well, you can, right here, it's a new tab we just put up there. It's called Loan Estimate. All you need to do is click that and upload your loan estimate into that. Your loan estimate is in that package that your lender sent you once you got pre-qualified. It's about a 3-page document that goes through the loan amount, the interest rate, and all your fees. All your fees, we need to know that, okay? But if you're out there and you're like, Dan, I just need to reach out to you guys. I need help. I need to see, can I buy a house in this market with my income, my credit, and the down payment I have? We'd love to help you with that, please. All I ask you to do is don't disqualify yourself. Talk with us. Let us walk you through this. It's not a hard sell. We're just here to educate you and answer the questions that you have. So what do you do if you're looking to do that? Well, click the Apply Now button right up there, okay? What you're gonna do is, it's a little unique. It's gonna ask you a series of questions. Based on how you answer those questions, we're gonna assign you to a specialist in regards to that program that we're looking for, and we're gonna assign you with a specialist so you can have a consultation with them that ask them any questions that you have and get all your questions answered before you put in the application. But you might be like, Dan, I'm actually closing in about 3 weeks. I need your help now. What do I do? Call me, email me. So you're at the rateupdate.com. You're going to scroll down. There's a ton of information up here and tools that you can use, but you're going to scroll down, and through here, what you're going to see is you're going to see a blog. You're going to see mortgage calculators. You're going to see explanations of different mortgage programs. You're going to see all kind of stuff. When you hit the bottom of the page, you're going to see 2 things. Those 2 things are my 800 number and my email address, and it is right there. Please feel free to call us, email me. I'd love to help. So again, my name is Dan Frio. Love to help you if you're out there trying to navigate this housing market in 2023 and 2024. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please, I ask you to do that down below. All you need to do is click that button, so every time I post a video, you get an alert. Thanks so much for watching, guys. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Look forward to hearing from you. Take care. See you soon.